What's good and happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're spending today with the person that you love. And if you don't have that person in your life, I hope you're showing yourself some love today, because self-love is the key to a beautiful life. All right. So today we have a biotech stock. It's looking rather exciting for the future. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Moleculin Biotech, ticker symbol Mbrx. They have two drugs that we're going to be talking about. One is for cancer, and they also have one that they could use for the virus of which name we must not speak. All right, so we're going to do a quick overview of the company. Moleculin Biotech is a clinical stage pharmaceutical company focused on the treatment of highly resistant cancers and viruses. So as we can see on the pipeline, their main drug is in phase 1/2, and it's called Annamycin, that's what we're going to call it. And they recently announced a 100% survival achieved in osteocoma lung metastasis animal model of Annamycin drug. Man, these terms, this is going to be a rough one. So they recently tested on animals with a 100% success rate, meaning 100% of the animals lived, which is a beautiful thing. These animals had the cancer that they're talking about, and they survived, which is nice. I think that's really nice. All right, so animals treated with Annamycin exhibited significant suppression of tumor growth, and not a single death was observed in the treated animals, whereas significant tumor burden contributed to the rapid death of 90% of untreated animals. 90% who had this tumor passed away. That's so sad. I remember my hamster Fred, when I was a young boy, escaped the cage and the cat chased him behind the hot water tank and cooked him to a crisp. Oh, Fred, I miss you. Let's do a quick moment of silence. All right. While the study continues, as of day 130, the survival rate for animals treated with Annamycin was 100% compared with only 10% for untreated animals. So the drug has been extremely successful, which is very, very positive news moving into the next stage. And other treatments for this specific cancer were found to be toxic, which is also some big news for this company. This drug is quite a bit less toxic. I believe they might have said it's not toxic at all, but we're just going to go over the news. So you don't have to trust me. You can trust what the company is saying. Treatment options are further limited because of the inherent cardiotoxicity of currently approved anthracyclines, including doxorubicin, which limits the amount of anthracycline that can be given to patients. So currently they're using doxorubicin, which is toxic. All right, guys, and this is why this drug could be the game changer. Annamycin is the next generation anthracycline that has recently been shown in animal models to accumulate the lungs at up to 34 times the level of doxorubicin, which may account for the 100% survival rate attained in the most recent osteocoma lung metastasis study. Importantly, Annamycin has also demonstrated a lack of cardiotoxicity in recently conducted human clinical trials of Annamycin for the treatment of acute myeloid leukemia. So the use of Annamycin may not face the same dose limitations imposed on doxorubicin. And these terms. So it's less toxic, quite a bit less. Might not be toxic at all, but they weren't really specific on that, okay? So they've had some very fantastic news from the FDA, and when the FDA gets involved with a company, we know that can knock the share price up. So this is really good stuff. The FDA has allowed the company's request for investigational new drug status in order to study Annamycin for the treatment of soft tissue sarcoma metastasized to the lungs. In addition, the FDA granted orphan drug designation for Annamycin for the treatment of soft tissue sarcomas. The company also stated that it expects that 1 and potentially 2 clinical trials in sarcoma lung metastasis should commence in 2021. So the FDA has already allowed their request to make it an investigational new drug, and then the next phase from that is FDA approved. So just remember that when they're investigating a drug, it's kind of on the verge of getting FDA approved. It's getting closer and closer to that mark. Also, the other thing I wanted to talk about is the drug they have for the coronavirus. I have to say it like that, or just say the drug or the virus of which cannot be named, so I don't get kicked off the platform. All right, so the company has a unique opportunity to contribute to the global challenge posed by the coronavirus and other viruses threatening our communities. We've recently announced a collaboration with a major Texas University institution to evaluate our drug candidate WP1122 and its analogs, and this has now been followed by collaborations with additional players who bring the needed expertise to fully develop this new potential treatment for diseases like COVID. All right, guys, so based on 2 5-star analysts, we have an average price target. I need water. I need some water. We have an average. Oh boy. We have an average price target of $22 with a high forecast of $30. $30 and a low forecast of $18. All right, guys, the low forecast is already double, triple the money almost, so that's a really good sign. The average price target represents a 319% increase potential. So in the pre-market, the last time I looked at it was $5.32. I would like to see it pull back a little bit. We have had some volatility. It went down to like 470 over the last few weeks and then back up over 5. So if it's in between 5 and 525, I'm going to dollar cost average. Let's say I'm buying 90 shares. I'm going to buy 30 shares at that price. And if it goes down to 425, in between 425, 475, another 30 shares. And if it ever goes down to 4 or less, another 30 shares, just to get my average price down and then ride it all the way back. All right, guys. So expect to hold this one for a while as we are in the early stages with these drugs. Expect volatility right now. You're not going to see it jump up to $10 within the next month. At least that's my opinion. This is not financial advice. If you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications if you're new. Happy Valentine's Day. If anyone doesn't love you today, just know that I love you. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Much love, guys. Take care.